Guardians and attorneys who represent some of our state's most vulnerable people may be required to start disclosing exactly what they are charging for their services. A bill before the legislature involves stepping up financial accountability. Fox 4's Becky Aller has been covering the guardianship issue for several years now after one of our co-workers got caught up in a legal and financial mess. Becky's in tonight with an update. Becky.
Well, most of today's testimony was in support of the bill. It would make the financial aspect of guardianship more transparent.
I feel like I'm not in America. I can't believe that I've been hijacked off the street virtually and imprisoned.
That was Michael Kidd back in 2009 after the state determined he and his wife could no longer care for themselves. The state placed them against their will in a nursing home and took over all of their finances. It was only after Fox 4 stepped in and aired their story, a judge allowed them to return home. But by then, their finances had been turned upside down.
Let's go ahead and lay out your bill.
In Austin today, lots of similar stories, and now a bill that could require more financial accountability for guardians.
We have seen attorney's fees in cases in Tarrant County, Dallas County, Travis County, Bexar County, in the hundreds of thousands of dollars to represent an elderly person who is trapped.
She was carried out of her home screaming, "I don't want to go," with her neighbors looking on horrified.
Virginia Pritchett also testified about good friend Denise Ty, who was also placed in a nursing home against her will, 20 miles away from her home. Pritchett said Ty had a sizable savings account. She later died with no friends or family with her.
This guardianship law may have been passed to help people, but instead it enables the greed to take full financial advantage of the elderly. My friend was never able to spend a day in her home again simply because she had lots of money.
A new one was written on Friday, and we're still working on it. We're working with many people trying to get this just right.
Senator Zaffarini's bill would require attorneys and guardians to file a report with the name of each person appointed by the court, the hours they worked, and the compensation paid. And those reports would have to be available online and physically at the court. The senator says the current system requires reporting, but only has a 40% compliance rate. This Travis County judge testified he has grave concerns about the bill.
This I'm concerned about because it's putting a great burden upon the judge when I don't have enough staff in my office to do it.
Now, this was just the first reading of the bill, so it is still early in the legislative process. On a separate note, we are sad to report that Michael and Jean Kidd both passed away after our stories aired, but they were back in their home, and that is where they wanted to be. We'll keep you posted. Becky Oliver, Fox 4 News.